Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and I am back today to do some layouts in my Asian journal. So I'm glad you're here with me today. I have several pages that I have kind of an idea of what I want to do, so I'm just going to kind of work through those and go through what I'm doing. And so I hope you will journal with me today and watch along as you are crafting and making journals or whatever you may be making today. I just hope that you're enjoying your art time, and like I said, I'm glad you're with me today. So, where am I on this journal? I have picked my cover, which is a old hymnal cover that I purchased off of Etsy. I actually got a set of 3 of them, not necessarily to use as any kind of, religious type journals, but because I love the way the covers looked. There's this one, and then I got this one, and you can see how worn it is. This one I'll probably have to cut the spine and make it bigger. Oh my goodness, here we go. Because it's probably not going to be a wide enough spine for what I want to do with it. But I like the wear of it. And then I've got, if you hear all that noise, my dogs have decided to come up here again and wrestle. So, yeah. Guys. So that's their favorite thing, is to pick at each other. And then I have this one that I'm working on here, and it had a wider spine, and I love the way that it was already. See, it was torn a little bit, and so I'm working with that. Excuse me for just a minute. Alright, maybe they'll quit. If not, I'll have to run them out and shut the door here in a second. And then the other one is very similar. I don't have it within arm's reach, but it's very similar. It's very worn. And so I look forward to using those. And this is a digital in a kit that I got, that I've also used for pages on the inside, but I thought it looked really good on the front. And I am going to embellish it with something else. I just haven't decided what yet. On the inside, I did a floating spine that has 3 signatures. And I have used some digital Asian florals in here. And then I have used, I had a very old children's book that was about Japan, and so I have used it in here. And then I had some, this is actually Chinese, I think. I had a book that was written in Chinese, and I took some of the book pages out. and put them in here. And then this is the digital that came with this. And it has these really cool illustrations in the kit. And then it also has some Japanese writing. So I have used those. And then I had a book that was how to paint using a Chinese method. And it's an oversized book. It's like this big. You can see it's very oversized. And it's one of those how to draw books, you know, that were popular at one time. They may still be out there. But it had all these illustrations in it that are both colored. And they are also black and white. Alright, YouTube. And it's ink. Colored inks. And so I have used some of the bigger pages like this and made a envelope for the center of each signature. So there's 3 of those, and then I'm going to be using some of the other smaller colored pictures, like for example this one, to make some journal cards. So let me go run this dog out, and then we will do some page layouts. Pardon me for just a minute. Okay. Now, maybe we can do something. So, what I want to do here is, I went ahead and glued this dragonfly on this page because I ripped it in half. And so, I wanted to get it glued down before I lost part of it. And then, down here where the wording is for the book, or the story for the book, I covered that with some newsprint because I want it to be, you to be able to write on it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a little corner tuck down here using this little card. And then I'm going to make a journal card to slide down in there, and then I'm going to stick that little photograph in there. I have a whole stack of these photographs. I meant to write down the kits and everything that I'm using and whose they are, and I did not, but I will list them all in the description box so that you can find them if you're interested in getting them. Because the dragonfly kit, now I'm not sure if I can find that one or not, because I've had this digital since 2019, I think the file said. So I'm not sure that I can find that one on my Etsy, but I will try. And then all the photographs were in one kit. And then, like I said, this is the kit. So I know that I'm using at least 3 different ones. And I will list those. Like I said, I know I have everything except for, I'm not sure about the dragonfly one, because I have had it for so long. I've also got some of these. You're going to see some of these little journal cards like this, and they're from the Digital Collage Club. So, and I will point those out, which ones are which. So I'm going to do some inking first, and I think for this one, I'm going to use, I think I might actually may use tea dye. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see if it's gonna be, yeah. I think I'm gonna use that because it has a more kind of orangey look to it. And I think on most of these digitals, it's gonna look the best. So I'm gonna quickly go around these just to knock the whites off the edges. Oh, two more things that I'm using that are not digitals is I had a book on how to write in Chinese, and so I'm using some of the symbols and things out of it, which this is part of that. This is where whoever had the book, it's like a paperback workbook, and this is somebody was practicing in the margin, and I thought that was really cool, so I kept that. And I thought that would be a cute little embellishment to add. And then on some of the other pages, I'll show you what I've got to use. So I'm just going to ink around this. I'm not going to back this one because it's mostly white on the back. So I'm just going to leave it as it is, I think. And just stick it down in the tuck, because there's plenty of room to write on there. Okay, so I want to put this little thing up in the corner, just as a little added piece. Alright, and let's glue our little tuck on. So we can stick our stuff in there. The pages I'm focused on today in this video are the pages that were in the children's book. Because I wanted to tackle those first, because most of them, you know, were like this. They didn't have any color where I put them in the book, and so that's why I'm focusing on those first, so I can add some color. So that simply, we have that one done, and I think that's really cute. I haven't inked anything yet as far as the pages go, because I don't know to what level I want to do it. Now, when I cut my pages, I did cut this outer edge with the decal trimmer, because I wanted kind of that rough edge, but I did not on the top and bottom. And I did round all the pages because the cover has a round thing, so I did that. And I have not, I don't know what I want to do here. I don't want to cover a lot of that, but I would like to, I think somehow tone it down just a little bit. I just don't know how I want to do that yet, so I skipped over that. All right, so if we go to the back side of this page, now we're going to see this, which again, the words were up here, so I covered those so you'd have a place to write. And I'm going to do an up tuck with this. And I think I have that a little long. I'm going to cut that off just a tad because I want you to be able to see the woman. Yep, that's better. Yep, okay, so let's ink around that. And I'm not saying this is all I will do to these pages, but it's given me a good start of getting my theme kind of going and also getting the color all in there for all the different locations, and then I can go back and add or stamp or splatter or, you know, whatever else that I'm going to do. So I'm going to glue this one on like a pocket. Just like that. And then this is a tag that was in the dragonfly kit, and I just cut it out. Nothing special. And like I said, I may add some embellishments to this, probably will. But at this point, my goal is to just get my layout going. Sorry, reaching for my hole punch here so I can punch this hole. And I am going to put a reinforcer on there. I was trying to decide if I wanted to or not. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find my reinforcers here. I know they're stuck in my little box. Over here somewhere. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I'm sorry I'm late with this video, but I get so involved in watching college football on Saturdays that sometimes I just don't get up here to get it done, and that was the case yesterday. Okay, reinforcer. And that's really white, so let's ink that up a little bit. Give it a little bit of color. Kind of lightly go over it there. There we go. So this will go up in here, and I will put a ribbon or something on there, or a string or something. I just haven't gone digging for that part yet, so for now I'm gonna leave it. All right, so there is the first signature. So let's go to the second one. Second signature has, again, one of the book pages, and on the back I've done the same thing. So I've covered the wording, and we're going to make another journaling card with this, and this is the tuck, and this is the photo that's going behind there. So it's going to look kind of like this. Okay, so let's ink this one. I'm going to try to get all 3 signatures done, and I think we'll be able to. I think I'm going to leave this one too, because even though that's got that little bit of drawing on the back, I still think you could write. There's pretty good writing space on there, so there's no need to add any, me saying this, there's no need to add any unnecessary bulk, because I never do that. I just put that glue in the wrong spot and knew it as soon as I did it. Okay, so let's wipe that off. We're doing a tuck, Tammy. You can't be closing it up at the top if you're doing a tuck, right? Okay, so we're gonna put this. Yeah, it goes this way. That's the thing about not being familiar with this language and this writing, is I have no idea if it's upside down or what. So I have to really look at it. But this one has a little green bird right here, so I know it's upside right. So that one will go in there, and that will go there. And then let's take something and put it there. I'm not sure if one of the big symbols will go. These are the big illustrations of what's in that book that I have. I think they're really cool. Not only because the symbol's real big, but all the numbers that show you the strokes to make and everything. I think that's real cool. So, how much of that is going to be? It's a little big. Let's see what else I have. I have these. This is like the little practice practice pieces. Maybe I could do one of those. Like that. Yeah, I like that idea. And I actually got that workbook and also this book from a thrift store. I think there must have been a teacher or something that had turned in or retired or got new books or something. I don't know. But there were, the day that I got those, I also got a book, like a math workbook and several other, like, school books. And I just happened to hit it on the right day. Glopped my glue. Alright. So there is that tuck. Wish that bird, let's just move it up a little bit. So that bird shows a little more. Alright, so there is the front half, and then on the back half, I have taken a piece of the dragonfly paper and just cut it off to make a pocket. And then I am gonna put one of the big things here, and I cut a slot right along that line that's in the paper, and I'm making another little tuck right there. But I wanted to cover the dragonfly up because this signature, like this envelope that's in the center, has birds, and I use birds over here, so I wanted this back to have birds as well. So that's why I did that. Oh, and you know what? I meant to put this piece, which is just a little scrap piece that I cut off, but I'm going to put it was this the one? Or is it the one I'm working on? No, it was this one. I'm going to use this like a piece of washi tape, and I'm going to put it right down this side right here. Just like that. Yep. Okay, sorry. Rewind. Okay. So we got that one. We got that one. So we're working on this one now. So I'm going to glue this piece down. Oh, which one do I like better? So I'm going to glue it down in where I put my slot, just to cover up that dragonfly, mainly. And then I'm gonna flip it over so it doesn't impede my pocket. Okay, so let's ink around that. So what are you guys working on? Oh, before I do that, let me cut a little notch right there. I'm still working on my little fall journal, and then that'll be it for fall for me. And I have my kind of dark academia journal, but that's not necessarily fall. And then I guess I will go into the holidays. When you're a crafter, you have to do that stuff so early, especially, you know, if you're trying to make gifts or stuff to put in your shop like I will be. But then it's like, you don't want to do it too early because you get burnt out if you start it too early. So it's a kind of a deciding when it's time kind of thing. But these things definitely aren't made overnight, so you can't wait too late. And I don't know about you guys, but it's not been, although it's supposed to be, I think, toward the middle and end of the week, it's not been chilly enough here to really get in the mood for anything like that. It's been cool at night, but, you know, we're still in this high 70s, which I'm not complaining. This is, I found a deck of Asian playing cards at the thrift store, and I thought they were really cool. I have a few of those left, so I'm going to stick one down in this little pocket here. And then again, I have some of the hand-written little symbols that were in the margin of the book, and so I'm going to cut some of those off and put up here. I'm going to ink around it. Oh, I also have, I haven't used any of them yet, but I also have Tracy Fox's tags that have Asian lettering on them that I'm going to be using. Okay, let's cut our angles and our hole at the top for this. And again, I'm not going to do anything to the back of it because I think you could Uh-oh. That was still wet with glue. Come on. Someday I'll learn. Not today, obviously. Okay, let's ink around that. I probably already did that once. But if I did, it wasn't showing up good enough. And get a whole reinforcer. I don't have any stories to tell, I don't guess. Like I said, I was watching football yesterday, so nothing interesting there. I mean, the games were interesting at the time, but nothing to report, I guess is what I'm saying. My new little kitty is doing good. Gave her her first bath today. She did quite well. A lot better than expected, considering she's been kind of on her own, I guess. I don't know where she came from. Nobody's posted anything about her or anything saying she's missing, so I'm thinking about maybe putting one of these. These are from the Digital Collage Club. Do we want to circle down there? I don't know. I'll think about that. And then, like I said, I have the Tracy Fox labels. Could always put one of those down there. Let's get those out. Maybe. They come in like a brown, and then they come in colors as well. Maybe like a green one. Let's see what this one will look like. I haven't gone through my stamps either. I'm pretty sure that I have some that I got and when I was getting subscription boxes that have like some cherry blossoms and stuff like that on them. I think I would want to angle it like this so that it's like the paper. Let's put that down. Ugh. Not with the sandpaper. That's not going to work. But if I can get this much accomplished today, I'll be satisfied with my progress. Because it'd look good to put a stamp right across there. Alright. And again, I'm wondering, do I want to put a little strip of, like that strip of the flowers that I kept? If I can find my little pouch. I just had it, didn't I? I have a whole stack of journaling cards and stuff where I've been cutting them out. I haven't filed them away yet. There it is. I covered it up. Covered it up. Okay, we have blue. This is just where I cut my pages down to size. And I kept these little strips because I thought they might be good for little areas like this. Ooh, I like that part. There's that little whole center. I knew it went somewhere, I just couldn't see it. Okay. Tear this off and we'll put some glue on there and we'll put that down in there. Straight. Straight would be nice. There we go. That just kind of breaks up that little white part. And then, like I said, I'm going to put something right here. I just don't know what yet. So there is that one. Now, this is the third one. And that's the front of the third one. And here's the back side with just the black and white. And again, I have another journaling card and a tuck. Oh, and I didn't pick a photo for this one. Let's look through the photos and see what we have. Now, these smaller photos are from Louisa Heinzel's kit. Photo strips or something like that, I think it's what she calls them. But she did have a few Asian photographs in those. And so I cut those out and I'm going to use those somewhere. But this is from the kit. All from the same kit. So that little girl's cute. They're really cute. Oh, look at this little girl. Oh, adorable. Do we want to put her there? She's really cute. But they're mostly women and children. Well, I like grandmother too. Oh, I like this one too. I like them all. Oh, there's another grandmother. Oh, I like her. Let's use her. Alright, so we'll put her back there. So this time we have this orchid or iris. I guess it's an iris. No, it could be an orchid. That one's got bamboo on the back of it. I think I'll leave it. I may change my mind later, but for now I'm going to leave it. And then this will be my tuck. This is Digital Collage Club. Now, it's by no means necessary and is totally my process to, if I have more than one signature, to kind of follow the same guidelines in each signature. A lot of that is just my I don't want to say OCD, because that's not really what it is. It's just I prefer things that are symmetrical and evenly distributed. And so I always find myself wanting the signatures to be very similar. To each other, just because I feel like it makes a journal more cohesive, but that is so much a personal preference and not a requirement. I am not the journal police, and everyone is, in my opinion, free to do whatever they want to in their journal because it's their work. And if all creators and artists were the same, it'd be pretty boring. So that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Now, I may go back and add tabs. I may go back and add some stamping, which I probably for sure will do stamping or splattering or something to bring a little bit of mixed media into this. But as I said, what I'm doing right now is getting my color distributed evenly throughout the journal. And usually any kind of mixed media stuff like that, stamping, splattering, whatever else I'm going to do, adding ribbons, adding tabs, I do that at the end. And that way I can look at everything and decide what needs something additional, and, you know, just go from front to back and say, oh, well, this looks blank. Oh, you know, this is a big open spot that needs to have something added. but my first goal is to get all my pockets and tucks and belly bands and flip outs and all that kind of stuff kind of done. At least the basic part of it. Again, this envelope, see, also has a purple flower. So that's why I picked this for that. So now if we go to the back of this one, we've got this. And I'm going to do a pocket for the tag again. And this is out of the dragonfly kit. This one just happens, this particular piece just happens to not have a dragonfly on it anywhere. And it was actually a journal page that I printed out on. All these pockets were journal pages that I printed on cardstock so that I could cut them up and use them for pockets and belly bands and stuff like that. I'll glue this pocket down. And I'm going to use one of the big symbols here. Which one do I want to use? To cover this big blank spot. And then I have this tag, and you can see it's fairly blank too. It does have a small dragonfly right here, but it needs a focal point, so we're gonna put one on there. Put my hole in. And this one should have a white back. It does. So we will ink that up. Use the light brush on the back. Add some color, and that will go down in that. Oh, we need to add our focal point. For a focal point, I'm going to use this from the Digital Collage Club. This little Asian. Oh, I don't need to ink the back. Painting. I guess it's a painting. On it is the birds and the peach. I used to have a book, and I wish I could remember the name of it because I'd really like to find another copy of it. But it was one of my favorite books when I was a child. And you guys may know what it is. If you do, comment below, because I would love to find another one. But it had a beautiful cover on it, and it was Asian. And it was a Asian Japanese folklore tale about a man and a woman who wanted a child. and they cut a peach in half, and there was a baby inside. And I loved that book when I was young. And I think part of it is because I was adopted when I was a baby by my adoptive parents, who are the only parents I've ever known. I was immediately given to my mother, my adopted mother, at birth, because she was a nurse, and so she was actually in the delivery room when I was born. Some of you may have heard this story before, but anyway, my mom would read that book to me, and then she would always tell me that they received a gift just like she did. And so that was always one of my favorite books. And somewhere over the years, I have misplaced that book and I can't find it. So I would love to find another copy. But like I said, I don't know what the name of it was. I would know it the instant I saw it, but I just don't know. Can't remember what it was called. All right. So, again, Louisa Heinzel for that one. All right. So that takes care of all of our pages where we did not have any color in our spread. You can see everything else, you know, the pages flipping through have some kind of color, whether it be the Asian floral prints that I used, which are gorgeous, by the way. This one does not, but this is a writing page, and I didn't put a lot of full writing pages in here, and so probably what I will do in this case is add something with color over here and leave this, you know, as a writing spot, because there's not a lot of full pages like that. I think there'll be a lot of places you can write when I'm done, you know, based on what I put in the envelopes and tip ends and stuff like that. But as far as having full writing pages with the coffee dye paper, there's not a lot. I think I only put one sheet in each signature. But yeah. So now that I have those pockets and tucks, probably my next step would be to address these pictures and see if I can tone them down a little bit, because I feel like, even though they're gorgeous and the book is very old, I got them in a set of books that have children's books that are from different countries. There was a set of 4 or 5, and they're paperback books, but I want to say they were from I can't remember, to tell you the truth. I'll go grab one of them and look at it after I flip through this, so you can see kind of what I'm talking about as far as the color distribution. And I'll probably do something to the white space on these envelopes as well, to add a little bit there. But that's a good start. I think. Maybe tissue paper over that. I don't want to, like, white tissue paper. I don't want to take too much away from it, but I just feel like the colors are a little bit bright for everything else that's in the journal. Let me grab one of these and see if I can look at a year for you, because I do know that they're older. Okay, and you can see where I've been using some of the pages out of some of them. They're just little short books. They don't have very many pages. You have a date. They're made in the USA. May not have a date. I'm sure they were a set. Nope. They belong to Kitty Carter. The Platt and Monk Company. Oh, here we go. 10/20/36, 1936. I had to figure out my Roman numerals. Yep, so they're from the mid-1930s. So very cool. Alright, so I guess that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any suggestions about these. I may take one of these covers that, you know, I cut into, like here, and maybe cut this off and experiment with this part with tissue paper or something, and decide what to do with those colored pictures. But yeah, if you have any ideas, let me know. I'd like to hear them. I guess that's a wrap for today, guys. I'll see you guys back on Tuesday for Nothing But Neutrals. We just have a couple more weeks of that before I will suspend any kind of challenges or anything and through the holiday season and till the first of next year. I will tell you what my project is for the first of next year. So if you want to participate, you may. My plan is to, I want to make a journal probably once a month. I'll be working, you know, on it throughout the month, but probably once a month I am going to do journals to represent colors of the rainbow. So for example, if I start one in January, because I won't start it until January, the first one would be red, and so I will do a journal that is mainly red. Once that one is done in January and February, I will do one that is orange. So forth and so on. So if you're interested in participating in that, or you don't want to do a whole journal and you may just want to do a tag a month or whatever, then, you know, please join with me, and you're more than welcome. I'm looking for my pen. I've lost my pen out of my glue again. You're more than welcome to join with me and participate. And each of the ones that I'm going to do is just going to be a single signature journal, and have probably, I don't know, I don't know how many pages yet, but it won't have a ton of pages because obviously, you don't want it to end up being a get mouth, and you know how I am with the layering and so forth and so on. I may not do a journal. Maybe what I'll do is more like a folio type thing, but I kind of want to have had this idea for a while that it would be kind of cool to do, one to represent each of the colors of the rainbow, and just kind of challenge myself to do that. So it's not really a you need to participate or else kind of deal. It's just like, if you want to do something like that along with me, I would be more than happy for you to do so, and to show me, your work if you want to, or you don't have to show me your work. I just love to see what you're creating. So I want to show you. This is the birthday card that my hubby got me. To get this card for you, I had to leave the house and interact with other humans. I think that is so funny. I have it sitting here on my desk. And he says, you're one of the few people who's worth all that. So I thought that was cute. So I have it sitting here. Okay. Well, I'm going to get off here and continue the search for my pen, which I'm sure is right in front of my face, and I'm just not seeing it. So, again, everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys back on Tuesday. Everybody take care. Bye.